Everybody knows San Antonio and the Alamo go hand in hand together. So one of the first things I did when I moved here was to go visit the Alamo, and it was really amazing. You can really feel the history when you're there.
One of the biggest responsibilities as River Parade Marshal each year is choosing the Texas Cavaliers charitable honoree. But for Jonathan Deere, it was a no-brainer.
The Alamo is one of the Cavaliers' original pillars, so it's very important to our organization. It's also very important to the city of San Antonio and to the state of Texas. So when we had an opportunity to step up and be part of this new education center and actually have the chance to put our name on the front of it, I knew that it was really a perfect opportunity for me to choose that as my charitable honoree.
So is this where the center's going to be?
Yeah.
This is beyond this fence,
yes,
is the footprint?
So if you look, you can kind of see beyond the scrim the Alamo Hall. And what was originally attached to Alamo Hall was the library for the Daughters of the Republic of Texas. So we're adding an addition to on both sides of Alamo Hall, but preserving the historic structure, including the walls and the floor, exactly as is.
Kate Rogers, executive director of the Alamo Trust, says each year 140,000 kids visit the Alamo. But it's not always the field trip experience you might envision.
And they've never had a place to call home, not a place to maybe do programming in depth, to kind of get an orientation of the site before they head out onto the grounds to explore, or even a place to eat their lunch.
But come 2025, the new Texas Cavaliers Education Center will be the first stop on any Alamo tour. Fully equipped with an orientation theater, classrooms, even a STEM lab with brand new programming.
And sometimes people think, well, what kind of science and technology and mathematics instruction can you do at the Alamo? But you think about the many sciences that are actually covered here. So you have everything from architecture and archaeology to anthropology, agriculture, weather patterns. All of these things impact what happens here at the Alamo, not to mention physics and ballistics when it comes to the weaponry involved in battle. What you're looking at in front here is the agricultural garden, so that we can teach children about what was grown here, both for food and medicine. And then what's in the middle is actually a working acequia. So we have an interpretation of the acequia today, but this one will actually be functional, so we can show the kiddos how that system actually worked to help irrigate the crops that would have been placed back in the 1800s.
But the learning doesn't start and end on site.
There's actually a distance learning studio inside the new education center, so we can bring the story of the Alamo not just to children who visit the site each and every year, but also to children across Texas, the United States, and even the world. If you think about all the history that's happened here, we have deep connections with Mexico, with Spain, and we hope that children in other countries will want to learn and explore about the Alamo via distance learning.
That will be so neat.
It's going to be awesome. I think a lot of us visited the Alamo when we were in school, and unfortunately, sometimes people walk away, even adult visitors today, and they say things like, "Is that it?"
That's it?
Or "I thought it would be much bigger," right? Because they've heard this grand story or seen a movie about the Alamo. So we want to meet that expectation, that this site is going to be really something that you're going to want to go tell all your friends and family, "Oh my gosh, you've got to go see the Alamo." And so that begins with our children.
All thanks to a $5 million donation from the Texas Cavaliers.
It's almost breathtaking to think that the Texas Cavaliers name is going to be written on that building for generations to come, for my children, their children, and future generations.